Yeah, great. So, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. This is Smriti Sharma. I am the Center Head for Startup Accelerator Chamber of Commerce. Last Thursday, we spoke about, creating a social media presence. And today, again, we are talking about it. And the topic came forward. It was completely governed by the influence all the participants showed and the interest you had in that topic. And when I was thinking of the right speaker for this topic, I could not think of anyone other than Vishal Saini. The reason being, he and I go back long time. The first time I met him was when he was, helping some startups generate funding at an event. I strongly believe that no one knows the Delhi NCR startup ecosystem better than him. No one is more connected to the investors than him. He's organized various startup hunts. He's connected various startups to investors. He's mentored startups. We worked in a co-working space together. And I've seen him build his startup, from day one. And when it was listed as the top 10 startups in the advertising industry, I felt extremely proud of him. And he is one of those very few people who's ready to give it all. He has a lot of information on this topic, and he will give it his all to ensure that you understand it and take back the best practices which you can implement in your startup. So he's an engineer by background, a very hardworking startup founder, and a dear friend to me. On this topic, Vishal, I'll really request you to kindly take this forward.
Thank you, Smriti, for a nice introduction. So I'll start with the company information, what we are running currently. We have a company by the name of Gorillas. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are running a company by the name of Gorillas. Gorillas came from the name from the gorilla warfare. We are following a very simple strategy. We are keeping a lean and mean marketing machines. Okay. For example, fighting a bigger size army. Okay, with a small team. That's our whole motive. Whenever we are hiring someone in a company, okay, so we find an individual who is self-sufficient in himself or herself, okay, rather than seeking the help of other person. I'll explain you with an example here. For example, like when we are sorry.
No problem.
So, like for example, when we're hiring a designer, okay. So when we're hiring a designer, we just have to give him the brief. If that this is the brief that is coming from the client, and the person can is able to design the complete concept, or he can come up with his own concept. He can write even the taglines even. Okay, so that is the reason. Means we are a lean and mean marketing machine. Okay, when we're hiring a social media person, so that person is that much capable that if a designer is not coming during that time, during that particular day, he can design the stuff as well on various tools which are available in the market. Okay, that is the study that we are taking forward, and that helps us to beat our competitors who are having a bigger size team. Then we have a team of 10 people. Okay, and we're handling more than 20 clients. So that is the overall brief about Gorilla, and we cater different kind of industry. Okay, not fixing to a particular industry, and our core competence is branding. Okay, so we want to focus ourselves that we provide the best branding in the market. Okay, and through which other things are coming forward. Whenever we design something, we always give a meaning to it, not just for the sake of doing it. Okay, so now let's come to the topic, building digital footprints. Okay, so I'll start with a very good example that came into my life. Okay, and that helped me to generate a good amount of business. Okay, I helped a friend of mine in the year, I think 2017 or 2018. So can you see this image? So according to you, how much this image will cost you? If I'll ask, if anyone can ask, people can comment in the group.
Yeah, please feel free to write in the chat box.
What will be the cost of this image? So this is basically this is a design that we made for a friend of mine. Okay, so he had started a clothing brand, and she was doing a fine business, and we had started our agency during the initial days, and I reached out to her and told her that uh, her name was is Kalpana. Okay, Kalpana, I'll do a branding work for you as a case study for Gorilla as a uh, at a free of cost. Okay, so she asked me why you doing it free of cost because nobody does free work. So I told her that because we are starting the agency and at the initial stage of work, people need the study. Okay, so we started so we designed and a sample work for her. Okay, and this image gave me the business of a particular amount. I'll tell you at the end of the presentation. Okay, and it is still giving me the business. So when we are talking about building digital footprints, so first of all, start by asking who am I? How do you create? How do you build digital footprints? It's a very simple example. Whatever you are doing on social media, that portrays you. Okay, like for example, if you're a cyclist, okay, so you'll write about cycling. Okay, if you are an entrepreneur, you'll talk about entrepreneurship. Okay, so if you are a social media marketer, you talk about social media marketing. If you have interest in politics, you talk about politics. Okay, so whatever you talk about that only. Okay, and when you're running your company, you'll have to bring out that passion or that energy energy into the social media only. Okay, that is the first thing that you'll do. First of all, ask yourself, who am I? Am I audible to
Yes.
people?
Yes.
So, like for example, I'll take the example here. Suppose I am a cyclist, I'm an entrepreneur, I do endurance rides, okay, and I own a German Shepherd, okay, I'll put pictures of German Shepherd, okay. Suppose a person who's coming to my profile, okay, so I'm talking about social media, I'm talking about my dog, I'm talking about cycling, okay. So any prospect can be my client, okay. Suppose uh, if a sports company, okay, or if a cycling company, okay, is looking for a social media manager or for a social media agency to handle their business, okay, they'll come to my profile and they'll see that Vishal is having a keen interest in cycling, so he understands cycling. Okay. Apart from having the skill sets of social media marketing and platform skill set, I'm having the skill set of cycling as well, and I can understand the brand as well. So totally, brand is about connecting with the people, okay, in the right manner at the right time. So it will help me to give me the boost that Vishal is having the extra advantage. So you'll have to tell everything about yourself on social media that I'm having this particular thing, okay, and you don't know that what business it can bring to you, okay. So, for example, like Harsh was talking about his business that he's into aggregating car business. Okay, so he should talk about car aggregating. He should talk about different things about the cars. He should talk about automobiles. Okay, he should be passionate about automobiles. So ultimately, not talking about directly about aggregating the business, we should be talking about the different aspects of about the business. Okay, like top 10 cars in the world. Okay, so people who are searching for the top 10 cars of the world, definitely they are looking for the workshops as well. They are looking for the taking the services as well. So you should talk about everything. So you should ask yourself, who am I, and start writing or start producing the content over LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and every platform works in a different manner. You'll have to think, for example, a single image, okay, a single image can be portrayed into a different thing, like when you're writing a content, okay, on LinkedIn, okay, so you'll have to create an image, put that image on Instagram, okay, and write a caption there, and put the link in the bio, okay, to read about that. So this is the first step to create a digital footprint. Now, second, your digital footprint as a virtual calling card. So, Hamisha, you'll have to think that whatever you're putting the information on your social media, okay, it is acting as your virtual card. Okay, which what it is putting up the image of you ultimately. Means whatever you are, what business you are doing, okay, whatever you are in the personal life, everything matters. Okay, so tomorrow when you are raising the first round of funding for your startup, team matters a lot rather than the idea. Okay, people, angel investor put the money on the people, not on the idea. Okay, idea comes on the second step. Okay, when we talk about the angel investment, idea matters, but team matters a lot. So whenever you are putting up the information on social media, you should be very careful what information you are putting, how are you putting yourself. Okay. So it is acting your virtual calling card. Okay, so whenever you are raising the funding, okay, suppose you are looking to raise the funding, okay, so you should start talking about the topics like, for example, growth. Okay, that in this particular month we are seeking 10x growth. Okay, in the coming year we are seeking 25x growth. Okay, what are the steps you are taking for this particular growth? Okay, so you'll have to portray yourself. Third is the audit time. Now you'll have to audit whatever you have written, okay, on the social media. Is it really working or not? Okay, is it really getting the followers? Means whatever the parameters you are keeping for yourself to achieve that, or anything. Like for example, some people will keep that the parameters like in terms of numbers. Okay, if I'm producing this much number of content on LinkedIn, I should get this number of likes, or this I should gain this number of followers, or some people keep that in terms of revenue. Okay, like if I'm putting this much number of content, or if I'm producing this much content on social media, or if I'm producing content for SEO, this number of articles, so I should be able to generate X amount of revenue. Okay, so this is called auditing. Now, meet the media. This is a very important part of means to generate business, okay, or to spread the word out, okay. So most of the time when we think that the media, whichever the coverages that are coming in, over different uh, media houses are paid medias, okay. So it's not the case, okay. So because the startups, the people who don't have the money to for the paid PR, press releases, what they can do, they can connect with the journalist over Twitter or LinkedIn, okay, and start engaging with them indirectly. Okay, don't ask them that please, I am a founder of this particular company, write about you. Don't, never do that. Okay, go take the indirect approach. Like for example, do the interaction in terms of if they are writing about particular topic, give your opinion about that. Okay, take the example of Harsh, because Harsh introduced to me. Okay, Harsh, if there is a coverage about Harsh, okay, about his business, that Harsh has started this particular business and he's doing this business for last 1 year, okay, and he has generated this amount of revenue. So what you can do, you can give your opinion in the comment section, okay, and the journalist starts noticing you, okay. In this manner, tomorrow's journalist will ask you, should I do a story for you? So when you're approaching the journalist directly, they'll ask you for the money, or they won't consider you properly, okay. But when you're giving when when you're going for an indirect approach and giving your good opinion, giving the facts, so in this indirect approach, you are able to cover yourself in a better manner, okay. So this is called meet the media. Now, do you measure up? Measure up is again, and means how are you going to measure the parameters? Means whatever the efforts you are taking while making a digital footprint for yourself, uh, like uh, like for example, I am putting up X amount of money to generate Y amount of money, okay. suppose cost per acquisition of the customer is 500 rupees for a business. Okay, so this particular business, this particular customer is giving me the amount of 2000 rupees. Okay, so that is how do you measure things. Okay, one is revenues. Second, in terms of the user acquisition, suppose if you want to increase the user base or the number of people who are logging to your website. Okay, so this is how you measure up. Then, so this is the overall thing about is creating the digital footprint, the 6 steps to create a digital footprint. There are different tools which are available in the market, okay, which can help you to generate business and as well as help you to manage your social media, get good pictures. So free pick, like is an example, okay, like you can get the free pictures. Zoho Mail, where you can have the professional email free of cost, 5 emails are free of cost. Then Zoho Social and Buffer and Hootsuite. Okay, so this is the means here you can manage your social media, analyze the social media, it can give you the reports. So it is free of cost. Okay, for a particular for one user. Okay, then Canva is free of cost. Okay, you can design your stuff here. Then analytics. Okay, the Facebook analytics, Twitter analytics. Okay, LinkedIn analytics. These tools are all free of cost. You have to find out what are you currently seeking in the market. Okay, and it will help you. Now come to this image. Okay, there is a client of mine for Earth's sake. Okay, his founder Vidur. Okay, Vidur was searching for something related to organic. Okay, he was not searching for the agency. He was searching for related to something organic, and he found this image on my on my website, and he liked this image so much that he gave me the business worth of 25 lakh rupees in the past 1 year. Okay, so why digital footprint is important? So you can understand that you don't know where is your prospect is sitting and what your prospect is searching. You have to come out, you have to tell everything about yourself. Okay, whatever the work you are doing, you have to tell each and every detail in a respective manner. Okay, so suppose I'll take the questions now and explain you these things in a better manner. Okay, so we can go one by one. Smriti?
Yeah. Harsh, since your example has been given so many times, I was wondering if you have any question, we can unmute you, and the rest of the audience can kindly send me their questions on chat and we'll be happy to take them. Meanwhile, one question I had from a participant who couldn't attend, and I'll probably share it with you. He's building a YouTube channel for his online education.
Okay.
So before the lockdown, he was taking tuitions normally, and now he started taking online and he started building a YouTube channel. He wants to understand, Shal, what is the best way for him to, his name is Gaurav Davar. He wants to understand what is the best way for him to advertise it and how often shall he keep on putting the videos.
Okay, got it. So, if you people are aware, YouTube is the second most search engine, at the second number in terms of searching. Okay. So first number is Google, where people are searching the most, and second is YouTube. So you'll have to find out what you're teaching or what you're going to teach. It doesn't matter. Okay. First, you'll have to find out what people are searching on YouTube. Okay. So like, I'll go to YouTube right now. Can you tell me what is he teaching?
He's teaching maths. He's a BCom student. Yeah. I'll probably share his link in the chat box if you want.
Just follow. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'll request others if they have any questions, they can kindly send it in the chat box.
See, for example, how to solve a Rubik's Cube. It could be a mathematics. How to solve algebra equations. Okay. When I'm writing this, how to solve algebraic equations, okay, algebraic expressions. So we'll have to make videos on these topics. We'll have to shortlist these titles. Okay. This is the first case when you're making the video. You don't have to make a video according means what you are thinking. Okay, you'll have to do the fact check, means how many people are actually searching on YouTube for that particular topic. Okay, you'll have to make a video on that particular topic. Similarly, on the Google.
My system has hanged, Vishal. I'm sorry, I'm not able to open it. Please go.
Okay. So when you're searching for how to solve algebraic equation, the first search result is coming from YouTube. Okay. So you'll have to find out that how many search results around, how many search results are coming. Okay. If there is a lot of competition, don't make the video on that particular topic, because it will take so much time to rank on that, to rank that particular video. You'll have to come up with those kind of videos where searches are less. Okay, where less people have made the videos. Okay. So this is the first step. Second step is that, for example, whatever you will write, topic, means whatever the title is, you are shortlisting for your channel for that particular video, that title keyword should be used in the tags. Okay, and it should be coming, like, I will open this. Whatever is written here in the title section, it should come in the first 2 lines. Okay, so this is how the Google YouTube algorithm works. You need to understand that YouTube algorithm the work kaise karta hai. Okay, and in the tags you are using. Apart from that, there are tools, okay, which are helpful in terms of to tell you which video, which keyword should be used, which tag should be used while making while uploading the video. One is, like, suppose vidIQ. So I'll show you here. See, so vidIQ is the tool that helps you to give you the overview that how much is the engagement rate, okay, how is the SEO done, title too long, okay, description too short, they haven't used the cards, they haven't used the end screen. So this is a tool that can be helpful to make your channel popular on YouTube. Okay. And apart from that, you can do the paid marketing, or you can partner with other people who are already popular on YouTube. Okay, and use other social media channels, okay, to spread the content out. Okay, like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Okay, and Quora works really well. Okay, the people who are asking questions on Quora, what you can do, you can answer the, you can give a short description. You can write a short description on Quora and redirect to the YouTube channel. Okay, so there are various ways which can be helpful to popularize the YouTube channel.
We have one more question here, Vishal, which says, from Alok Aryan, and the question is, any kind of suggestions for managing leads?
Managing leads?
Yes.
See, there are various SaaS tools, okay, which are available in the market to manage the leads. Like Zoho is also, Zoho CRM is there to manage the leads, and Salesforce is there to manage the leads. Okay, Zoho is one of them. Is the Indian company. Okay, and they are economical as compared to other companies. So you can go for Zoho, and they provide free of cost up to certain level. Okay, so go for Zoho CRM. Okay, that can be used to manage the lead. Means apart from that, if you don't have much money, if you don't have the funds to manage that, what you can do is you can manage the leads on Google Drive. Okay, on Google Sheets you can manage. Then there is a company by the name of I'm not able to recall the name. Tabular Sheets करके कुछ company है. So they are having the templates. Okay, so you can copy that particular template and put that template into the sheet to manage the leads.
Yes. Right. And any other question over here from the audience? Nikhil is trying to connect to the audio. Vishal, most of our students, when they build social media, they start from scratch. We tell them what are the LinkedIn platforms, what are other platforms. So,
Okay.
the questions they come to me is there any time to post an update at a particular
Okay.
platform, or can we, and how many posts should we put?
Okay.
These are the basic questions they have.
Okay. So it depends upon the business, okay, and depends on the audience. Okay, for example, there is an example of my particular client only. Okay, so there is a client of mine. Okay, so who's into managed offices. Okay, so their most active time for the audience is 11 a.m. in the morning. Okay, on Monday to Friday. Okay, and 6 p.m. In the evening, Monday to Friday. Okay. So you'll have to go and check into analytics to check whether what's the best time, what is the maximum time the audience is active, or what is the maximum time it is not. Okay. You can check into analytics. Suppose go for Instagram. Okay, and there are tools as well. Okay, like Zoho Social. It's a free of cost tool which can tell you that this is the maximum. This is the time where your maximum audience is active. You'll have to post that particular time. Now comes to number of posts. So it completely depends upon the business. Okay, it doesn't depend on a particular thing like हमें इतना ही post करना चाहिए. There is nothing like that. Okay, like companies, if the companies are bigger size, okay, they have multiple products. They can post multiple, like 5-6 posts in a day. Okay, if for a normal business, a post one post per day is enough. Okay, or 20 to 15 to 20 posts per month is enough for a small business. Okay, and you should talk more meaningful rather than just for the sake of creating it. It just not if you are just posting it because you have to post. Don't post it just for the sake of posting it. Okay, you have to create some meaningful communication with the people. Okay, so like there is a client of mine. Okay, into poker. Okay, so what he was doing, there was so much engagement coming on the page because of the reason he was asking so much questions. Okay, related to poker. Okay, like अगर ये कार्ड से ये कार्ड्स होंगे तो कौन जीतेगा, ये कार्ड्स होंगे तो ये कौन जीतेगा. Okay, so there is a lot of thing which is happening. So you have to find out that कि आपकी audience engaged कैसे होगी आपके साथ.
Right, right, right. On this note, Vishal, I would really like to thank you. We have little time left. As a parting advice, I know you have built your startup from scratch. Most of our students don't have funding. Most of them are still, reaching out to funding and investors. But and they are trying to also meet, and some of them are also taking tuitions and studying and building their startup. As a parting advice, for our students, we have very little time left. But as a parting advice, what is it that you will tell them takes to ensure that you are amongst the top 10 startups in the advertising world, what you've achieved? And on a side note, I'm going to ask everyone to please follow us on social media. So, Vishal, can you please share some motivational or some advice that comes to you truly from your
Okay,
heart?
things are very simple. Okay, there is no alternative. Okay, for example, if you are doing, suppose take the example of Alok only. Okay, if Alok is doing an aggregator business. Okay, so there is no second thought should not come into his mind. If this doesn't work, I'll go for this particular step. Okay, or if I'll go for another thing. Okay, if you're working for a particular thing, you have to completely have a full faith on that particular system that should be going with your 100% energy. Okay, and there is no one who is going to stop you. Okay, and there is a n number of agencies who are working in advertising. Okay, so if you'll go right now outside and you'll find out every corner of social media agency or advertising agency. Okay,
True.
but what we did from day one, I was very particular about my people. Okay, I was very particular about my design. I never compromised on the design part. Okay, that is my core strength. Okay, so you'll have to find out one core strength of yours. Okay, and you'll have to follow that. Okay, so
We
that's
are going to,
the
we might
thing.
get disconnected anytime, Vishal, but
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
resonate what you said, because, dear students, I have seen Vishal being very particular about his designs. And even if you go on his Facebook page, you cannot just ignore the designs that are there, and also on his website. So as you say, Vishal, we should find one core strength and stick to it, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much on this note. And I hope everyone out there is able to identify their core strength, build on it. And if you need any advice, please feel free to reach out to us. Once again, Vishal, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your coming on doing this. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
And thank you.